Yoseli. Okay, so ever since the starting days of, Blink 182, I've always had lately this fascination for this girl, figuratively, not imaginarily, just, funny when you think about everything all the way from brace face all the way to, literally actually being a cool kid in high school, literally pulling bitches, literally I wear braces, all the time. And, what ends up happening is, I get with this girl by, having normal game, but, people like Ralph, Josh Watkins and other people force them to be advanced. So the good thing about, this video is that I love, how I have complexion with girls lately when I dance down the street, because what it is literally each one has a different timeline, and I am, the basic player where it comes into it, in high school, literally I'm intermediate and advanced, when starting, but where it comes to, maintaining, that's a whole nother section, because I have the things to get you hooked, and a lot of people like Isaiah have the things to get you maintained, but I consider it gay now because you would pretend to be, a rock star with blue hair with a gauge in your ear. It's a hole that a penis could fit through. So here's how it went. I'm going hard freshman year. I'm getting everybody's attention. Literally, I'm playing with Kayla's hair. I'm getting hits from Mercedes. Literally, competing with people like Kevin Tran. So it gets down to it. I'm listening to music like Forever the Sickest Kids. Where Isaiah already showed me Out City, and it's crazy because I do a lot in the beginning, but when it comes to like literally fucking skateboarders, I had no clue, because Bob Story 1 was naming a whole bunch of Metallica bands, and I was just like, fuck whatever, and I ended up being cool with people like David Rodriguez and going head to head with people like Enrique. I mean, I was so popular that I took a picture in Victoria's Secret with two girls, and Uncle Sonny saw both of them. So the thing is, Yoseli comes along literally while I am, wondering, where I stay at American after I've been, best friends with Rondell. I know Rondell, comes from a gang, and what happens is literally, me and Rondell, start linking up. But I'm also linking up for, hella people, I just beat Robert Jackson and dance together in front of hella girls, I go tied with Ralph, literally Ralph is getting pissed off, like every single time I try to punch Aries, he puts one hand in front of the other and I can never get inside. I hate this motherfucker. So, who is Yoseli? Yoseli is a girl, wears red. She has a big chest, blinking out like Nimrod. But what ends up happening is I have the vibe to kill everybody, like Muriella. How I met Muriella was, I was, mid-tier and tied where it came to Blink 182, and what happened is she was, jumping up and down, and she was like, I just got laid, and I'd come up literally with my curly hair wearing purple or a jump set saying, you just got laid? I didn't tell you, I was hella fucking popular. Well, I've been trying to, break down to, the people that have been stalking me for a long time. Because I know that comes from a gang, and a gang will literally come out to get you. Like, you're not fucking stupid. You see that curly hair, you see a chance that he has, literally, we're eliminating that, and no one wants to listen. So, Yoseli literally is within my grounds, and literally her friend Yesenia already made a comment about me that was positive, but it was positive and sexual at the same time. I was so popular freshman year that the same voice actor for Yes We Got It literally was talking about me, her cleavage, while I was drinking chocolate milk. I was so fucking popular, and that's why literally I felt so bad for my mom, because I knew why I was doing so much freshman year, and literally how I got outshined by a skateboarder was literally fucking monotonous. I had to take the entire course of why skateboarding is more multi-dimensional, and why literally it's more or less, half, to try to get a girlfriend. And then I took, another course explaining why, because I was a part of the Filipino community, while I was actually, more popular overall. And if you actually think about, Fortress, the punk rock movie I made in my house, we're equally fucking matched when it comes to being popular. And what ends up happening is, I took a course that's saying Isaiah was, more popular overall, because literally it was comparing skateboarding to dancing and shit, literally, in how that Yoseli hits better at first sight. I had more of a chance of getting girls, on the outside, value, literally. So what ends up happening is literally I'm doing my bubbler shit with Kayla, I'm doing this and that, literally. So what ends up happening is, I make the hit of Yoseli. If anyone knows literally how fucking the hand walk works, like how Henry was telling me to do the walk, literally what ends up happening is literally I have to walk, I have everything, I have the persona in order for her to ask me out, literally. So what ends up happening is literally I say what's up to her, I'm like, hey Yoseli, literally, and then I walk off, literally, and fall back to my reputation, of course. And literally what ends up happening is, things drag on. Literally, I start fighting Ralph, start arguing with Ralph every single day. spoke with people like Telly, Telequito. And what ends up happening over time is I get at, hella girls, and they're reminding me that I pulled up from never up in class, but at the same time, we hit, the backtrack of main social skills. Literally, and they went up to me, it's like, hey, Yoseli? I'm like, yeah. She's like, do you like her? I'm like, no. And she's like, liar. That didn't call me out. I'm just being fair with you, Lily, from a biased audience on YouTube. Lily, that means that she called me out on paper, but she ignored my vibe, and that's the game that we're playing right now. You can't ignore someone's vibe in their original game. So what ends up happening, Lily, is we start hanging out with some fucking crazy people. Like Lily, there was this one white guy, Lily, who had the same shirt as me. Lily, that was a graffiti, fucking neon graffiti shirt, Lily, and Tiki for Crash Bandicoot. Lily. And what ends up happening, Lily, is he starts cracking out jokes, Lily. You stab your nuts, Lily, when a knife comes out. And then the thing like Travis was giving me a hint that he hacked my MySpace and that we're listening to the same song by Kila Tequila. And then later on that year, Kevin Tran asked for my number. So all that, Lily fucking yelling and shit, Lily, coming from 4 years of yelling at my mom when I was that popular, it really, really pissed me off. And what happens is literally we end up going up to Walmart. I end up going to Walmart up a hill with my mom. And then I end up literally seeing Yoseli at the store. Literally, and then I'm all like, Yoseli, literally, and in her head, literally, she's all like, she already accepts me. Literally, she doesn't want me, to try too hard like other kids. But literally, you see how she was just there, and I'm trying to explain to you on some real shit, on some live wire shit, that she was actually there on purpose thinking about me, okay? I already know literally fucking what regular and is trying to say literally she was just there with her mom. Literally she could supposed to be living around there, but this is me where I actually traveled, where I actually listened and learned about life. Literally where I found out, okay? You see how I raised the cover land to do that shit? And then what ends up happening is she gets kicked out freshman year, and then literally what LimeWire in the hood does to me was I recognized that she was texting Ralph, and then she told Ralph that we had a kid named Eric.